Alright, so here we are on my level 10 Squig herder. I took a break from the Magus because it's getting close to the end of open beta, and I wanted to appease all of y'all who are wondering more and more and more about the Squig herder. So I went ahead and made one, and this is him. So first things first, you can see he's got a trophy on his shoulder. It's called Feedin' Time, and it's basically like, if you look really closely, it's like a spoon kind of hanging. I don't know, it's weird. So some of the mechanic things that I wanted to show off. This is an item with an empty slot, and what you do with empty slots is you can add a talisman to them. You can also be a talisman crafter. So what you do is you shift right click on the item that has an empty talisman slot. Some of them can have up to 4 slots, I've seen. And then you have your talismans, which drop off random things. It doesn't really do much for me, but hey, it's open beta, just to show you what it does. Here we go. It's going to add +7 intelligence and 8 hit points, I guess, because it's 8H. Doesn't really explain exactly what that is. And fuse. So now you can see I have an item that has a inferior fading talisman of intellect on it. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Another thing is the die system. There's a lot of quests that are going to give you dies. So you just right click on the die. This is some scaly green die. You click and you've got your first area and your second area, and you click accept. And yes, I want to die this item. So there you go. And then I also have some warm sage, dark warm sage die. I'm going to click on this guy again, and I'm going to dye the second area. And what it did was it dyed like the little tiny pieces of his armor a different color. So I don't really like that, so I'm going to go to navy blue on the first area. Yeah, that's much nicer. And then I have some graveyard earth, which is one of the really low level ones that you get. And I'm going to dye, oh, I can't dye those. I'm going to dye my gloves maybe? No. There's definitely some items in the game that can't be dyed. And that will happen because they're special or in some way, that sort of thing. So another thing to let you guys know, some of you are Collector's Edition and pre-order customers, even though you haven't, unfortunately, gotten your codes, which sucks. My girlfriend and my roommate both have that same problem, so I feel for you guys. So I got my items today, Written Box Portable Camp and the Guardian Lawlight Band. So the Written Box Portable Camp is pretty cool. You basically right click on it, and there you go, it creates a little campfire. And people who are in range of this will get healed 2% every 5 seconds for 5 minutes. So that's kind of cool, and you can just keep using it, but it's got a 60-minute recast timer, it looks like. So it's kind of a neat thing if you're setting up a camp somewhere. And then the Guardian's Lawlight Band just has +2 willpower, 2 toughness, 2 initiative, 2 weapon skill, 2 ballistic skill, and 2 intelligence. So it's like +2 to everything that matters to every class. And then it has a use. It has 2 charges. You're covered in a spiritual aura. The aura gives you a 3% chance of doing 10 damage every time a monster attacks you for 5. Pretty cool. But again, I don't know how useful it'd be. So let's use it. Doesn't look like it worked. That's interesting. Let's try to make it work. Oh, it's gone. Okay, well I don't know how to use this one because when I right click on it, it unequips it. So we'll have to see later on how to use that. Then I wanted to share with you one of the funniest parts of being a Squig herder, which is if you do /special while running, he basically screams and yells and, oh my god, I just got renown rank 5 and my morale ability went crazy. And this is what it looks like when you're running around while doing special. The actual special animation is basically this. And he'll also do other stuff like Let's see if it'll show it. There's other stuff that he does too. Depends on what happens.